Hello, everyone. Today's article is titled Mass Shooting in Manhattan. It covers the deadliest shooting in New York City in decades, which reignited debates over gun control and mental health. This tragic event challenges us to think about public safety and how communities respond to violence. Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. Before we examine what happened, it helps to consider a larger theme that gives us context. This will guide how we understand the story that follows. Building on this broader perspective, let's focus on the theme of violence and community trust. Mass shootings are rare but devastating. They shake people's sense of security even in places thought to be safe. When violence erupts in familiar settings, it challenges our assumption that daily routines are stable. Beyond the immediate victims, entire neighborhoods feel the weight of fear and grief. Understanding how societies respond helps us see why safety is not only physical but also psychological. In what ways do violent crimes change a community or its residents? Violent crimes leave scars far beyond the immediate loss of life. They can reshape how communities see themselves and how people interact in public spaces. After a mass shooting, residents may avoid crowded areas, change daily routines, or carry a lingering sense of anxiety. Trust in institutions also shifts. People demand stronger security, more visible policing, or better mental health services. Yet these responses can be double-edged. Greater surveillance may bring safety but also erode privacy, while fear may reduce solidarity. At the same time, communities often demonstrate resilience. Vigils, fundraisers, and public gatherings allow people to mourn together and reclaim a sense of unity. The tragedy then becomes both a fracture and a catalyst. It reminds us that violence is not just a crime against individuals, but an assault on collective confidence. How communities choose to respond, through fear or through solidarity, determines whether trust is rebuilt or further eroded. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with assailant. It refers to a person who attacks or shows aggression toward another. In the article, the gunman was identified as the assailant. Here is an example. The assailant fled the scene before the police arrived. Next, we have vigil. It means a period of keeping awake, often to mourn, pray, or show solidarity. In the article, New Yorkers held a multi-faith vigil in Bryant Park. Here is an example. Hundreds attended a candlelight vigil for the victims. Finally, let's look at vulnerability. It refers to the quality of being susceptible to harm or attack. The shooting reminded residents of the vulnerability of even secure urban spaces. Here is an example. The storm exposed the vulnerability of the city's power grid. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. A tragic mass shooting struck 345 Park Avenue in Manhattan, leaving 4 dead, including an off-duty police officer and a Blackstone partner. The gunman, Shane Tamura, 27, blamed chronic brain trauma on the NFL before turning the weapon on himself. Authorities are investigating security lapses and mental health failures. The deadliest New York shooting in decades reignited debates over firearm regulation, public safety, and support for mental health care. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is tragic. It means very sad, involving extreme distress or loss. The second answer is blamed. It means held someone or something responsible for a problem. The third answer is security lapses. It refers to failures or weaknesses in protective systems. The fourth answer is reignited. It means sparked again or brought back into active debate. The fifth answer is regulation. It refers to rules or laws made to control or govern conduct. Well done, everyone. We've explored how violent crimes affect communities, how societies debate safety and mental health, and the vocabulary that captures these challenges. This article shows that violence reshapes not only public safety, but also how we support one another in times of crisis. So here's a question to reflect on. Do you think community vigils and fundraisers meaningfully help victims' families? We'll revisit this in our next review session. Until then, keep reflecting and take care.